the set of proposals of the ex-Janaraja Peramuna handed over to the President. The President says he would not hesitate to deploy constructive proposals of the political parties in the nation-building process. The UMP says only President Ranil Wickremesinghe would be able to build the country. Sajith Premadasa says that a government under his leadership would empower women to be the driving force in the development of the country. The new alliance says Sri Lanka's biggest alliance will be formed next month. The preliminary round of the Ru Kirula Aurudu Kumara finalized. Rupavahini Aurudu Kumariya contest will get underway tomorrow. 30,000 civilian deaths in the 2 years of Russia-Ukraine war.
On to those and other stories in detail. We start off with the top story for tonight. The set of proposals recently presented to the country under the title Deshaya Ekwana Piyawarak by the ex-Janaraja Peramuna was presented to President Ranil Wickremesinghe at the Sirikota United National Party headquarters in Colombo today.
A group of representatives headed by Peramuna parliamentarian Patali Champika Ranavika has presented the proposals after a meeting with the President. On this occasion, the President has stated that the government has exerted maximum efforts to re-establish the fallen economy in the past 2 years. He has also stated that the government has already taken measures to redirect the economy on the correct path following the decisions taken of the reforms. President Ranil Wickremesinghe has further stated that his aim is to implement the decisions with the support of all concerned groups. The President has also recalled his open invitations all political parties to join a common program on behalf of the country without political bias. The President has also stated that he would never hesitate to accept constructive proposals of other political parties for the nation-building program. Parliamentarian Patali Champika Ranavika has requested on this occasion to allow the opportunity for other political parties as well to participate in the discussions with the International Monetary Fund next month pertaining to the restructuring of the foreign debt. The President has extended favourable response to this request. In response to a query, he said that measures will be taken to hold the presidential election at the scheduled time. It has also been mentioned that the general election is expected to be conducted beginning of next year. Deputy Leader of the UNP and Senior Presidential Advisor on Climatic Change, Ron Vijayawardena, and General Secretary of the party, Palit Rangabandara, were among those who were present on the occasion. Leader of ex-Janaraja Peramuna, Patali Champika Ranavika, said that whoever comes into power, they have to deal with the issue of debt restructuring. Therefore, the country needs a national consensus on this issue as well as the economic sector. The talks with the President mainly pointed towards that end, he said.
Deputy Leader of the United National Party, Akila Viraj Karyavasam, says that what the Janata Vimukti Peramuna had done throughout the political history was the breaking down of the governments that were voted into power through public opinion and helped to bring into power political groups lacking public consensus. The event was held in connection with the establishing of the Kegaul District Council. Of the party senior members as well as the activists in large numbers have attended the meeting held at the Kegaul Municipal Council Hall this morning. Deputy Leader of UNP Akila Viraj Karyavasam said that the JVP had entered the government of Madam Chandrika. They have made way for the dismissal of this government, which was scheduled to rule the country for 6 years by creating their own policies. The same group had given strength to Chandrika in the year 1994 and also had given strength to the party which came into power at the presidential election in 2005. He added that the same Janata Vimukti Peramuna had supported the group headed by Maithripala Sirisena in the 2015 presidential election. He also said in the recent past the JVP was calling for catching of thieves. He added that it was Anura Kumara who had taken the full responsibility of catching thieves in 2005. Navin Dissanayake said that it is the view of the unbiased economist that the national policies of the UNP is able to rescue the country. Only the UNP has ability to restore discipline, to create local businessmen and to attract foreign investors to strengthen the economy. Navin Disanayake further said that in the past, under the UNP governments, national-level transformations by Lalit Atulat Modali had carried the country forward. It was during the UNP regimes that giant development projects such as Mahaveli, Mahapola and Gammudava had paved the way for massive development in the country.
Opposition leader Sajith Premadasa says certain groups have turned women as political pawns in the game of party politics. Addressing the Women's Conference of the Samag Janabalavega in Kandy today, said that a government under his leadership would turn the women the driving force of the development in the country. The event has been organized by the Kandy District Electorate organizer of SJV parliamentarian Lakshman Kiryala. Public representatives and party members have attended the meeting. Addressing the gathering, opposition leader Sajith Premadasa said that his party will enter into an agreement with female voters, ensuring a better future for them. He said Samag Janabalavega is the first party that considers women as a major driving force in the political arena of this country. Thereafter, the other parties also increasingly paying their attention on women, he said. The opposition leader pointed out that 52% of Sri Lanka's voters are women and they do not expect to listen speeches of her political leaders during the election period. Instead, the women voters expect solutions from the political parties in the country. SJB leader reiterated that his party is capable in providing solutions for the problems in the country with a proper timeline.
The second public rally of the New Alliance was held in Hyde Park grounds in Colombo this morning. Groups which represented the Parliament, the provincial councils and local government institutions were seen joining the New Alliance. The second meeting was held under the theme Vibrant Economy and a Victorious Path. Colombo District Leader of the New Alliance, Minister Susil Premjan, Operational Leader Anura Priyadarshana, Founder of the New Alliance, Nimal Lanza, Gampa District Leader Minister Nalin Fernando, Colombo District Organizer Sugishwar Bandara, former JVP parliamentarian Siripala Amarasinghe and Asanka Srinath have also attended the meeting. At this event, State Minister S. Vyalendran and parliamentarians Sudat Manjula and Udayakanta Gunatilaka, former Western Province Chief Minister Isura Devapriya, former Health Minister of the Western Province Sumit Lal Mendis were among the 58 representatives who have extended their support to the New Alliance. Minister of Education Susil Premjan said that a group of MPs who were not present at the Jaila meeting are now in their stage. He said that the numbers of newcomers would increase by the time of the next meeting. The minister added that more than 50 MPs who are behind the people and have a genuine interest of the people and who want to do honest work have already lined up to support the New Alliance. He also said that according to the constitution, a presidential election will have to be conducted before the 17th of October. He also said that the New Alliance have created the background to amass people for the victory of any election. Minister of Trade Nalin Fernandez said that the JVP is talking about carrying forward their massive economic policies. He added that, however, he has not seen up until today how they are going to rescue the economy and their solutions, but they are talking about sending to jail of politicians. This is the first measure of their economic program. Then they will kill the remaining group. That would be their next economic program. The national television is getting ready this time as well to crown the Rupavahini Kirula, or to crown the Aurudu Kumara and Aurudu Kumari.
The preliminary stage competition of the Swabha Ceylon Rupavahini Aurudu Kumara has taken place at the Rupavahini premises today. The preliminary stage round of the Aurudu Kumari competitions is scheduled to commence tomorrow. More than 10,000 competitors throughout the island have submitted their applications for the Ru Kirula 2024 competition along with the Swabha Ceylon Rupavahini Aurudu Kumara competition. 1,000 candidates have been selected for the initial stage. Accordingly, this stage of competition was held throughout the day today at the Rajatha studio of the National Television with the participation of the board of veteran judges. It included veteran drama teacher Channa Vijayawardena, director of the Ru Rajna competition creation Roseanne Dias, popular actor Dhananjay Sirivardena, popular actress Udari Pereira, veteran beautician Nadisha De Silva. 75 competitors will be selected out of the 1,000 contenders in the first stage. Out of this number, 12 will be chosen for the finals. The Ru Kerala 2024 finals will be conducted at Studio Number 3 of the National Television on 14th of April.
The annual Navam Mahaperahara of the Ganga Rama Vihara in Hunupitiya, Colombo will parade the streets for the second time today.
The Perahara has been organized for the 45th occasion. The Perahara has been conducting since 1979. Prior to the commencement of the Perahara, President Ranil Wickremesinghe has declared open the official website of the Ganga Rama Vihara. The Perahara commemoration volume compiled by the Ministry of Cultural Affairs was presented to the President. President Ranil Wickremesinghe and former President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has placed the sacred relics casket of the majestic Tusker elephant in the Raja. The event has been organized under the patronage of Venerable Dr. Kirinde Asiti Thera of the Ganga Rama Vihara. Mahasangha, headed by Anunayaka of the Malvathu chapter, Venerable Niyangoda Vijitaseri Thera, and people's representatives have also graced the occasion. President Wickremesinghe acknowledged the tremendous technological advancements while emphasizing that the essence of the Colombo Navam Perahara remains unchanged. He commended the collaborative efforts of government and the non-government organizations as well as numerous temples in making the procession a vibrant and modern spectacle. Now viewers have the opportunity to watch the procession remotely.
මේ සංවිධානය කළා තියෙනවා.
And in other stories, the first Colombo district program of the Dasabala Sena National Program of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna was conducted in the Caspavi electorate today. Caspavi electorate organizer of the SLPP Gamini Lokuge has organized the event. Several parliamentarians, including Secretary of the Peramuna Sagara Karyavasam, have attended the meeting. Parliamentarian Namal Rajapaksa said that basically there is a big problem in the country at present. He added that, however, they are happy of reducing the electricity bill. Yet they are being confronted with the uncertainty of how such a relief could affect the rural economy. Jobs are being deprived from the people day by day. Food prices as well as transport costs are also increasing daily. Namal Rajapaksa further said that they are hoping that the IMF would come and rescue them, but said that the IMF would not be able to do so. He further said that the rural economy should be strengthened only with the strengthening of the farmer and the fisherman, that the citizens of the country would be able to have 3 meals at affordable prices.
Farmers say there is a very high demand for bell pepper these days. It has been pointed out that the demand for this type of vegetables has gone up drastically with the growth of the tourist industry. It has also been recalled that cultivators were struggled with numerous problems in the recent past. The areas where bell pepper crops are being grown successfully include Valimada, Uvaparnagama, Kapetipola and Boralanda. The special greenhouse is being conducted to propagate bell pepper cultivation. The farmers add that the demand for bell pepper has been escalated due to the influx of foreign tourists in tourist hotel and restaurants. This food variety is being used in culinary process and also as a beautifying agent of food produce. Bell pepper harvest comes in colors of green, yellow and red. In the past, the price of a kilo of bell pepper had fallen to 200 rupees from 500 rupees. However, today a kilo of bell pepper is being sold at a price between 1,500 and 1,700 rupees. That's all the news we have from home. Stay tuned for international stories coming up next.
Cricket fever රටට බෝ වෙලා ක්‍රීම කොත්තුඹි එක්කලා ෆන් ඩබල් වෙලා කෙලෝ ස්පයිසි කොල්ලෝ හැම්මි ක්‍රීම කොත්තුඹි
Welcome back as we take a look at news from overseas. Western leaders have arrived in Kyiv to show solidarity with Ukraine on the second anniversary of the Russia-Ukraine war. Speaking from the site of a key early battle, Ukrainian President Zelensky urged his country to keep fighting and said Russia could not destroy Ukrainian dreams. NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg said the battlefield remains extremely serious and pledged continued support. It comes at a difficult time for Kyiv. Over the past year, Ukraine launched a failed counter-offensive on Russian-held territory. President Volodymyr Zelensky faces a tough challenge in ensuring international financial and military support for the war from Western allies continues. In its latest report, the UN Human Rights Monitoring Mission in Ukraine said this week that it has been able to corroborate the conflict-related deaths of over 10,000 civilians since February 2022. It had verified that almost 20,000 civilians had been wounded and said that the actual numbers are likely significantly higher.
At least 15 people were killed in a fire thought to have been started by an electric bicycle parked at the high-rise residential building in eastern China early Friday morning. 44 people were also injured during the blaze that engulfed the 34th floor building in the eastern city of Nanjing. 2 were in critical and serious condition while the rest suffered minor injuries, the state broadcaster reported, adding that all were hospitalized. The preliminary investigation found an electric bike parked on an open floor of the building may have caught fire. Investigations are continuing.
King Charles has been cheered up by some 7,000 cards of support sent to him during his cancer treatment, including those taking a humorous view. The many messages of support King Charles III received following his cancer diagnosis, open quotes, reduced me to tears most of the time, close quotes, the British monarch has said in a new statement released by Buckingham Palace yesterday. They included a card with a picture of a dog wearing a protective cone saying, "At least you don't have to wear a cone." Other messages shared people's own experiences of cancer and wished the king a speedy recovery. Many came from children and included hand-drawn images, while others were from cancer survivors sharing their personal battles. It added thanking everyone who took the time to write.
The Senegal President Macky Sall said on Thursday that 2nd of April will be the end of his mandate as president of the West African nation. He added, however, that it was unlikely the election of a new president will be completed before then. Sall's announcement could assuage fears he was planning to extend his rule in the country, an issue that had contributed to an intense political climate and sometimes violent protests in a country seen as one of the stable democracies in the region. His announcement came after the country's Constitutional Council, the highest election authority, ruled last week that a 10-month postponement of the vote was unlawful. The election had initially been scheduled for 25th of February.
On Tuesday, the first case of measles in 7 years was reported in Northern Ireland. Outbreaks of measles have sprung up in parts of Britain in recent months amid concerns of what Dr. Vanessa Saliba from the UK Health Security Agency has called a worryingly low MMR vaccine uptake in some areas across the country. In more affluent parts of the world, measles is fatal in about 1 in 5,000 cases, but in poorer regions with less robust healthcare systems, as many as 1 in 100 who catch measles will die from it. Over the past decade, deadly measles outbreaks have been documented in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Samoa and Pakistan, among other countries.
Cheer up, Karamada, then Prima cook to me. Big match fun.
On sports news, St. Benedict's College, Kotahena beat Wesley College, Colombo by 45 runs in their annual big match played at the P. Sarah Oval in Colombo. The St. Benedict's team, after winning the toss, has decided to bat first. They were all out for 150 runs. In reply, the Wesley team has scored 122 runs for the loss of 8 wickets and declared their first inning. The St. Benedict's team in their second inning was all out for 110 runs. Accordingly, the Wesley team was given a victory target of 139 runs, but the team was managed to score only 92 runs. With this victory, the St. Benedict's College Kotahena has become the first team to win a big match in the maiden encounter itself. Shaurajan Shanmuganathan has given leadership to the St. Benedict's team.
The 61st big match Battle of the Brothers between Isipathan and Thurston colleges in Colombo has gotten underway at the SSC grounds in Colombo. The Isipathan team has declared its first innings when the score was at 250 runs for the loss of 9 wickets. The highest scorer was Tarushka Ashela, who scored 102 runs. Vihas Theumika has captured 6 wickets for the Thurston team. The Thurstonites at close of play today were at 53 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. In other sports stories, the Sri Lanka Artillery Regiment has been successful in winning the men's trophy in the Army Road Race event. The women's trophy has been secured by the Army Women's Corps. The annual Army running event was conducted for the 57th occasion. The distance of the 22-kilometer event extended to Panagoda Army Camp from Battaramulla. 124 competitors from 17 regiments have taken part in the event. Lance Corporal S.D. Gunasekara of the Sri Lanka Electrical and Mechanical Engineering Task Force has secured the first place in the men's division. Regular soldier in the technical division of the same regiment, G.K.D. Madhushankar, was placed second. Winner in the women's competition was Sri Lanka Army Common Service Regiment Lance Corporal C.S. Herath. Lance Corporal M.N. Nidarshani of the Sri Lanka Signal Corps came second.
Cheer up, Karamada, then Prima cook to me.
And that's all the news we have for tonight. Join us tomorrow at the same time for the very latest on Channel Eye. I'm Delanjali, together with Lakshita, signing off. Good night.
Good night.